Excellent. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I would like to call the special school board meeting for Friday, December 16th, 2022 for the Des Moines Public Schools to order. Ms. Rios, will you please take the roll?
Of course. Ms. Alonso Diaz,
Here.
Ms. Bradley,
Present.
Ms. Caldwell Johnson,
Here.
Ms. Knox,
Here.
Ms. Martirano,
Here.
Ms. Norris,
Here.
Ms. Sawyer.
Here.
We have quorum.
We have quorum. Thank you so much. We have one item on our agenda this evening, which is review and approval of the committee's recommendation for the superintendent search firm. I would entertain a motion and a second to approve this evening's agenda.
Martirano, so moved.
Martirano, motion, second by Bradley. Please call the roll for the vote.
Okay. Ms. Alonso Diaz,
Yes.
Ms. Bradley,
Yes.
Ms. Caldwell Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Knox,
Yes.
Ms. Martirano,
Yes.
Ms. Norris,
Yes.
Ms. Sawyer.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. So as I indicated, the only item on our agenda this evening is the vote on the committee's recommendation for the superintendent search firm. I'd like to ask my colleague, Ms. Martirano, to introduce the matter and the committee's recommendation.
The ad hoc committee comprised of Jenna Knox and Terry Caldwell Johnson and myself would like to recommend that we enlist the contract with JG Consulting. And I'd like to give you just some background on the committee's work. We created an RFP for search services. And that particular RFP, we received 11 responses. And those responses were reviewed by the committee and scored using a matrix that focused on the search experience, the commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, the search methodology and work plan, the schedule and timeline, the strength of the search team, as well as the cost of the proposal and all of the fees. So those are the items that we took into account and utilized while determining who to interview from the 11. We did interview 11 finalists: Alma Advisory from Chicago, BWP from Libertyville, GR Recruiting from Fountain Hills, Arizona, and then JG Consulting from Austin, Texas. JG Consulting is who we as a committee would like to recommend for services.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Martirano. I would entertain a motion and a second to approve the committee's recommendation of JG Consulting for search services for the DMPS search. Is there a motion and a second?
Sawyer, second.
So we have a motion from, is that Martirano?
Alonso.
Alonso, thank you. I couldn't see whose name was flashing in front of me. And a second from Ms. Sawyer. Is there any discussion from the board, or does anyone have any questions? Hearing none, we'll move to the
Madam
vote.
Chair? Madam Chair?
Yes.
Just before we get to the vote, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone involved in doing all of the work, going through the applications, doing the scoring, taking the time to do the interview. So just wanted to give a shout out to you, Ms. Knox and Ms. Martirano. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If there's nothing else, we will go to the vote. Will you please call the roll?
Ms. Alonso Diaz,
Yes.
Ms. Bradley,
Yes.
Ms. Caldwell Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Knox,
Yes.
Ms. Martirano,
Yes.
Ms. Norris,
Yes.
Ms. Sawyer,
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Congratulations to JG Consulting. We have Jacob Wilson and Lizzie Carroll joining us from JG. You're welcome to make any comments if you'd like at this point before we move to adjourn our meeting.
Thank you. I would just like to thank everybody, and I'm just let you know how much this means to us, and we really look forward to serving Des Moines. Excuse me, sorry, I am getting over a cold. Yeah, James Guetta, our president and CEO, he couldn't make it today. He's on a very rare vacation today, and he also passed along his thanks, and he just really, really appreciates this opportunity. So thank you. By the way, I'm the chief of staff, so hi.
Thank you. Jacob, anything from you?
I looking with everyone, and it isn't. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. Just as an aside, and especially if there's anyone from the public who's listening, this process will actually continue. As next week, the board will be convening on Wednesday, the 21st at 4 p.m. to receive the results of the fine work of our Outreach and Engagement Committee. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Jackie. And thank you, Maria, for leading that work. We will meet at 4 p.m. on the 21st, and we will receive the results of both the survey as well as the information that we receive from the engagement and outreach sessions. And I know that JG will plan to join us in that session virtually as well. So with that, I don't believe that there's anything else on today's agenda. So with that objection, our meeting is adjourned. Thanks so much, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
all. See you next
night.
week. Bye.
Uh-huh.